Hello and welcome to another webinar. I hope you are well. Today we're going to be covering three key areas specifically for you. Basically, you want to demystify or prevent or reduce the confusion of actually pathway programs and to answer some very common questions that we get from social, from students and from parents. So the whole point is whether you're applying now or not, or whether you're just exploring the idea of your child or for you to study a foundation program, this session is actually designed to provide clarity and confidence. So basically, I'm Afsana. I'm from UK Bright Education, the co-founder. We actually specialize in international students like yourself to achieve your dreams at studying at a top UK university. Today, we'll be covering three key areas. One is common myths about pathway programs, who should consider a pathway program, and lastly, the key difference between a foundation pathway program and an undergraduate degree. It will help you to decide whether you want to go for it or not, because there are clear differences between the two. Are we ready? While we're here, I'm actually going to talk, while I'm talking through, I will give you these headings and these subheadings just for you so that you totally understand what I'm talking about. And also, if you've got any questions at all, just DM or write in the comments or even email us. Email is actually here at the bottom there, so you can email us direct with your questions, but we're here to help you. So, common myths about pathway programs. Students may or may not know what they are. There's so many questions. I get bombarded with questions about this all the time, so here we go. So the first question is, are pathway programs or foundation programs only for low achievers? The answer is no way. No way. It's nothing to do with being low academic achievement, nothing about that at all. Basically, it's because the academic requirement for bachelor's is different. And if you don't meet that, then you need to have a bridge to get there. It's not about low ability and high ability, nothing like that. It's all about if you don't academically are able to get direct admission, you need to do something before that to actually smoothly transition to a bachelor's degree. Okay, so it's got nothing to do about low achievement. So please debunk that. We're not talking about that at all. It's actually a pathway for you to transition into a degree. Next question. Can I still choose my preferred degree? Definitely, for sure. UK Bright Education, we are partnered with Oxford International Education Group, and we are partnered with several pathway program colleges. I believe it's 8, and it might be 9 in the very near future. So that's several in England, many in London, 1 in Scotland, 2 in Scotland, and 1 in Wales. So we have a variety of courses for you to choose from. What would you like to study? That is the question. And also, we're happy to discuss that during the consultation stage. Okay. Now, next question is, are they more expensive than a direct admission? Ooh, my goodness, such a good question. Right. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm sorry to be woolly about this, but it all depends on the subject. As you can tell, traditional business-related courses are a bit on the cheap side. Those which are STEM or laboratory-based subjects, they might be slightly a bit more. But in comparison to the degree, it totally depends on which university you're going to and the subject. They're around the same price mark, okay, probably a difference of a few £1,000s, but including scholarship, it's roughly the same pricing. So there's not that much of a disparity between the two. Now, before you panic, don't. Just DM us and we'll be happy to share with you the pricing of the foundation program and the progression degree to follow after the pathway program. I'm happy to share that with you, talk about initial deposits, talk about payment plans, so you're fully aware and able to plan this journey. Okay, so reassuring is just a video to reassure you that we're here to help you and give you the information. Okay, so who should consider a pathway program? As I've said earlier, it's really for students who've got different needs. It's for different needs. So let's say, for example, the first need is, for example, if you don't have the standard qualifications for direct bachelor's, this pathway program is for you. If you're unable to take a direct admission for bachelor's, then this is perfect for you, and we'd love to help you to get an admission. So I hope that helps. So that's all it is. It's not a big mystery. It is what it is. Another group of people who actually would like to have a pathway program admission is for those who actually need that additional English language support. We're not just talking about just normal speaking conversational English, but also academic English. Okay, the academic requirement at university is pretty high compared to, let's say, at high school level. So, for example, if you don't have the English requirement, let's say for bachelor's, and you need that extra support, pathway programs is for you. Honestly, the whole point of a pathway program is for you to smoothly transition to a degree. We just want you to progress. That's all we want to do, and that you're fully ready for the bachelor's. That's the whole point. Another group of people who should be doing the pathway program is basically people who want that extra academic boost. Okay, excuse the background. So basically, what it is, maybe you've had a study gap, maybe you've been a bit busy, or maybe you need that extra help with regards to academic skills. And during the pathway program, you will be drip feed with subjects from the degree. Okay, it's not just study skills, it's not just English language, but also you will be taught in the pathway program relevant modules connected to your degree. Okay, because we don't want you to blindly move on to the degree. We want you to be fully ready, academically equipped for your degree. Honestly, that's the whole focus of this pathway program. That's all it is, really. Transitioning successfully to the degree. That's all we all want. We want that, parents want that, and I'm sure you want that as well. So that's where it is. Okay, the next point which lots of parents and students ask is, what is the difference between the two, between the bachelor's and the foundation? Huge difference, and I'm going to talk about both of them. So basically what it is that the degree course is the subject that you're studying at the degree level, that is at the degree level, whereas the foundation is more focusing on the academics, okay? Because we're actually preparing you for the degree. I hope that makes sense. That's the only difference. We're not here to sell you something which is worthless. It is worthwhile to study this course because we are academically getting this student to be ready in terms of their academic English, in terms of their subject knowledge, and in terms of adapting to studying in the UK. It's a big step. It is a big step. I'm sure you can imagine. Can you imagine your firstborn leaving the country, first child being on a plane, leaving their country, first time away from home? It is a bit of an adjustment, and you've got all these things to look after as well. So the pathway program is very well tailored, specifically with international students in mind, to help them. It's going to be a common theme. I'm going to keep saying this: smooth transition, but that's what it is. Okay, duration and entry requirements. Now that varies. That varies. So basically, with regards to degree and foundation, here is the difference in duration. Depending on your entry requirements, so let's say I'm going to take West Africa, for example. If your score, actually, do you know what? I'm actually going to do something nice for you. I'm going to share my screen so I can show you what I mean. But let me get it for you. So as you can see, this is live. I don't edit that much. Actually, I don't edit at all. So that, I'm doing it live. Right. So let me just get this for you. Just give me 1 second. So, I've shown this in a previous live, so I'm going to show you this again. So duration. I'm going to share my screen. So I'll just press share screen. Okay, the entire screen. Okay. All right. So, hold on. I'll just stop doing that. Okay, so for example, I'm just going to take Nigeria for example, but if you want me to give you the specifics for your particular country, I'm happy to share this website. Actually, I'll try to put in the caption if I remember, but DM us. We're happy to do it for all countries around the world. So duration of the foundation, it depends, and the degree depends on your qualifications at the beginning of the program. Okay, so for example, there are 2 types of foundation. They can be known as international year. Can you see that? International year 0. And there's another one called international year 1. So I'm going to repeat that again. There's two types of foundation programs. Either it's International Year 0 or International Year 1. If you have, for example, WIEC or Senior School Certificate, normally 4 subjects with grades 1 to 6, you'd get an admission for the International Year 0, which is the pathway program, the foundation program, which could be, usually it's 3 terms, okay? That's that. And then you go straight on to bachelor's, and the bachelor's would be 3 years long. Okay, so if you've done 4 subjects with grades 1 to 6, okay, then that would be for 3 terms, so 1 year, let's say, and then you go straight on to bachelor's year 1, so the bachelor's degree will be for 3 years. Now, for example, if you are doing better than that, then you'll be able to get admission for International Year 1. International Year 1, who is this for? This is basically for students. I'm talking about West Africa, it could be other parts of the world. I'm happy to talk about that with you. If you've gained a WIAC or East African qualification with an average score of B3 minimum, the duration changes slightly. So first, the International Year 1 is 1 year long, and then you go straight to bachelor's degree, but you only study for 2 years of bachelor's, just 2 years. You go straight onto year 2 of the bachelor's, then year 3, and then you graduate. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. That's just to give you an idea. So I hope that was helpful. So duration and entry requirements. Remember, entry requirement varies whether you're doing International Year 1 or International Year 0. And the duration of the degree varies depending on how good your high school score was. So if it's really, really good, you only do a degree for 2 years. So it's a total visa of, let's say, 3 years. If your score is, let's say, in 4 subjects, 1 to 6, then your visa is for 4 years. Okay. First is foundation, International Year 0, followed by bachelor's degree, which is for 3 years, starting from year 1, year 2, year 3. I hope that makes sense. If it does, great. If it doesn't, DM me. I'm happy to talk about it again and explain it in more depth. Right. Another thing is about this career and progression outcomes. What does that mean? So basically, what it is, depending on what you've applied for, the subject, for example, the foundation pathway program. Okay, what do you progress onto? It's to the degree. To the degree. So your visa is a combined visa for the foundation and for the degree. It's a combined visa. So the CAS will be a combined CAS for the international year, sorry about the background, and also the degree. Sometimes there could be a course which is called the International Foundation Certificate, where, for example, if IELTS is required and the IELTS is a bit low, then you could get a visa just for 1 year, and then you just need to apply for a new visa for the degree. So it depends on at entry point what your qualification is. I'm happy to explain that in more depth, but we have got different types of courses and different types of outcomes, but they all lead to actually going onto the progression degree, which you applied for. Careers, my goodness, where do I start with this? This deserves another webinar by itself. So basically, depending on your degree, there will be a lot of different careers you can go to, but it depends on the degree. And it also depends on your academic ability, your ability to be job market ready. If you're good at networking, you've got a good CV, if you've got internships there, if you've done work experience, the more you do, the more likely that you'll get a job. That's, again, another webinar, but career options are available. You can stay in the UK after graduation for 2 years afterwards, called post-study. It's called graduate route. It used to be called PSW, but it's called graduate route. But that's basically the options. Right. So I hope that was helpful. Basically, in today's webinar, like I said, just to recap, we have actually gone through quite a few questions, common myths that students and parents have been asking, just to make you understand, who should consider a pathway program. I hope I've made that nice and clear. And we've discussed the difference between a foundation pathway and an undergraduate degree. There is a difference, a very, very big difference, and I hope that was nice and clear for you. If you are considering a pathway program, now is a perfect time to take the next step towards your dream university. We have several intakes in the UK. January is gone, so depending on the university, we have April intake, June intake, September, and January. At UK Bright Education, we're here to guide you through every step of the application process because we are the direct partners for these pathway programs. From finding the right program to making sure your visa application is successful, our team is ready right now to support you. So feel free to contact us on the email which is shown below or visit our website, which is www.ukbrighteducation.com. All you do is to schedule a free consultation with us and we can discuss all the options in detail. I hope that was helpful. There's a lot to talk about. I didn't think I'd spend 15 minutes on this, so I hope that was helpful. DM us if you need anything. And until next time, my friends, take care. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Goodbye.